Hey, good life. Dave Cotrone here. When it comes to these 128 times, Kel has asked me to share what the Lord might be putting on my heart, and I just have struggled to figure out exactly what that was. But as I was reading this morning, I literally had to stop what I was reading just to jump in and record this because I feel like if anyone else is like me out there, then this will speak truth into your heart and it'll be powerful. Just a reminder, like it was for me. So as I was reading this morning, I was in Psalm 121, and it says this: I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. And what struck me is as I was reading this, I went from, if I'm honest, the last week or so has been just sort of tough. The week before that, I was fine. My life, I work from home. I have a home office, so it wasn't too different. But I feel like it's sunk in over the last 5 days or so, just how different all this is, how I can't go out and see people, how I can't share life with people that we did before. And it's just really sinking in. And I think this morning and over the last day or two, I've just really, everything felt arduous. Spending time in the Word felt difficult. Spending time with Jesus felt difficult. Being disciplined in my pursuit of Jesus just felt difficult. It felt like something I didn't want to do. Just felt kind of like a chore. But as I was reading this morning, when I sat down to read my Bible, it really felt like, man, I should do this. I don't want to do this, but I should do this. And as I read through, that was the first chapter that I was in 121. As I read through each line, I could feel the wave of God's peace and the wave of God's sort of joy coming over me. It was like a reminder to my soul, deep in my bones, like, God is our keeper. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. And I think what's so powerful about that is the author of this psalm is not saying for 1 second that you will not go through hardships. He was not saying that horrible things will not happen. What he's saying is in the midst of all of these things, the Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life, even in a pandemic, even in the craziness of this situation. He will keep us, good life. And that's my encouragement to you today is, if you're like me and you feel like it's a struggle to spend time with the Lord, do the work of spending time with the Lord. Because I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to spend time with Jesus. And then I sat there in His Word and I could feel this presence wash over me, this reminder that He is keeping me. He is keeping us. He is keeping Good Life. He is keeping my family. He's keeping our ministry. He's keeping those people that we've been pursuing for Jesus who we can't be around now. He is keeping them. He is not shaken by this. He's not shaken by any of it. He is our keeper. Even in the midst of everything that's happening, financial loss, job loss, sickness, He will keep us, right? He is not, I heard it said once, He's not an epidural. He's not going to make the pain go away. But He is a midwife who stands with us and says, keep going. I'm here. Keep going. And so that's my encouragement to you. The same that I think that the Lord encouraged me this morning with is show up to the Word and trust in His promises, because His promises, this promise right here that He is our keeper, that is the thing that just shoots joy and peace and hope into our hearts in the midst of difficult times, is that He is our keeper, and that nothing that is happening is not something that He is aware of, that He is stronger than, that He is a part of, that it's not happening and He's like, man, I forgot that I made this promise that I would be their keeper, and now this pandemic happened, and now how can I be their keeper while this is all happening? And He's not like back to the drawing board, right? God is who He says He is. He is our keeper. He will keep us from all evil. He will keep your life. So I encourage you to read Psalm 121 today, but just be in the Word and be reminded that He is our keeper. And I pray and hope that would be joy to your soul like it was joy to mine this morning, Good Life.